All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we're going to be taking a look at prepositions. We'll be looking at prepositions of place. Okay, so looking at, in, on. Okay, so those are the different ones we're going to be looking at. Yesterday, we looked at the same prepositions, but we were looking at them with regard to time. Okay, so these different prepositions, or these prepositions, can be used in different ways. Okay, so at, in, and on can be used for time, but it also can be used for place. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at this hour. Right, let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Giuseppe. How are you?
Hello. Fine, thanks, teacher.
Excellent. And that suit you're wearing, you look awesome in that suit. It looks like a really good suit here in this picture. It looks good, man.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Yeah. So those are the different ones we're going to be looking at. Yesterday. Hi there, Samuel. Hi, Samuel. How are you? We were looking at them.
Okay.
Hi, Samuel.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Okay. Hi there. At, in, and on. Doing great. Thank you. Time, but it also can be used for.
I
okay,
heard,
Claudia. Let's see here. Giuseppe, can you write Claudia a message? And that suit you're wearing, you look awesome in that suit. Looks like a really. See if you can write her a message in Italian. She speaks Italian. Okay, write her a message and let her know what she needs to do. Okay, right? You can write her a personal message, I think. Can you do that? Okay.
I read. I don't know, teacher.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I'll see if I can figure out a way to do that. Victor, how you doing, Victor?
I'm with Claudia.
Hi,
okay.
Chad. I'm fine. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Good to see you again.
How are you?
Here.
Sorry, teacher. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Can you write Claudia a message? And that suit you're wearing, you look awesome in that suit. Looks like a really. Wow. That's now she's got a whole bunch. Claudia, you need to close your verbling windows. You need to close your verbling windows. That's why you have so many different voices. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Do I have Anastasia or Oksana with me?
Oksana. Today, hi.
Hi, Oksana. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
I'm too.
Good. And we also have Ivan. Hi there, Ivan. How are you?
Hello, Chad. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, she didn't understand. Ah, dang it. All right. Very good. Yeah, she just had so many windows going on. I didn't, and it was like 2 at one time. When there's so many voices going on, it's hard to know which one's actually speaking to you. So yeah, hopefully she's able to come back.
You could speak with yourself.
I could speak to myself. Yes. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if she comes in this way. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Chad.
There, yes, you got it. Okay, so
Okay.
Claudia,
Yes.
when you came in last time, you had too many verbling windows open. That's why you were hearing so many different voices. Okay,
Exactly.
very good. Well, I'm glad you were able to come back in. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay, very good, you guys. Now the link we're taking a look at. Let's see here. I believe I uploaded it. I should have. There we go. Yeah, I did. Okay. So let me give you the link to the PDF. Okay, I'm placing it in both the Verbling and Google chat boxes. Right? Okay, you can open that up on your own computer. Okay,
Yes.
or you can just look at mine. Now, with this as well, you'll notice as I go through the lesson, I write directly on the sheet. You guys can do that as well, so you can take your own notes, okay, on this sheet, right? But if you want the sheet that I have, you can always ask for this, and I can email it over to you. It's not a problem. Okay. All right, so we're going to be talking about prepositions of place, looking at, in, and on. Okay, so yesterday we talked about these same prepositions, but we were using them differently. We were using them when talking about time. Okay, now we're going to change it up just a little bit. All right, so Victor, let's start off with you. Okay, and we're going to be talking about position or location when I mean place, okay? So, Victor, let me have you read about at. We have 2 in here, please. Go ahead and read these two and their examples, please.
Can you show your screen?
Oh, dang it. I didn't show my screen, did I? Oh, I'm going crazy. It's too early in the morning. I've been up since about 4:30. I'm not thinking.
Wake up.
Okay. That's right. There we go. Okay. Awesome. All right. Go ahead, Victor.
Preposition at. Use and examples. A specific location. Very near a specific location. At the corner. At the top of the page. At the end of the street. Special expressions. At home. At work. At school. At the top. At reception.
Okay, very good. Now, if you remember from yesterday, when we were using at, okay, it was we were giving a specific time, okay, at 4:30, okay, at night, okay, at 11 a.m., okay, something like that. So we use at for specific things. Okay, in this example, we're talking about specific locations. Okay, and very near a specific location, right? Okay, so at the corner. Okay, at the corner, this is going to be where 2 streets cross. Okay, so where 2 streets cross. That's one that we use quite often, you guys. Okay, at the corner. Okay, we wouldn't say in the corner or anything like that. It would be at. Okay, let's see. At the top, let's see. Is there any other strange ones that we use? Okay, we are at work. Okay, now this is when you're talking about this is when you're talking about a specific location. Okay, now if you are at work, you can be in a meeting. Okay, so you're at work, which is the building, but you might be in a meeting. Okay, so you're located, you're doing something at the moment. Okay, you wouldn't say I'm at a meeting right now. You would be in a meeting. So at work, but in a meeting. Okay. All right. Okay, so at is for specific locations. Let's go to on. Okay, let's see. Samuel, let me have you read this box here about on. We have 3 of them.
On a surface, on the wall, on the ceiling, on a base, on the floor. Public transport, on a bus, on a plane, on a train. A special expression, on an island, on the left, on the internet.
Okay, very good. The other one that I want to add here for special expressions is going to be on TV. Okay, on TV. We can also say on the radio. Okay, those are also going to be on. Okay, public transportation. When we're talking about transportation, you guys, we do not use on for cars. Okay, for cars. Okay, for cars, we ride in a car. So it's in a car. Okay, in a taxi. Okay, things like that. All right. We do say we are on a motorcycle. So a motorcycle is not public transportation. Public transportation meaning that you have a lot of people on there, like the bus or the plane or the train or a train. Okay, a motorcycle is an individual vehicle, but you are on top of it. Okay, and that's why we would say on. But for cars and taxis, okay, and trucks, okay, same thing, and vans. Okay, these are all going to be in a car, in a taxi, in a truck, in a van. All right, it's all going to be in. Okay, now the preposition on is probably one of the most difficult ones to remember. All right, the way that I think about it is if you can see it clearly, okay, it is on. Okay, see it clearly. It is on that particular surface. Okay. For example. Okay. If we have. Okay, I'm trying to get. All right. So if we were to take my my energy drink here. All right. If we were to take my energy drink, okay, and this is a Monster. It's not an advertisement for Monster. Okay, it's just a drink. Okay, the writing on this drink here, it is on. It's on the can, on. All right, it wouldn't be in the can. Okay, it's on because I can visibly see it. Okay, but if I wanted to look inside, in the can there is liquid in. All right, so it's on because I can physically see it, but the liquid, the fluid, is in the can. All right. If we take a look at something that is, let's see, on the wall, like a poster, if I can see it, it's on the wall. My hand right now is on the wall. It's on the wall.
Yes.
Okay. So if you can physically see something, that's what we would say. Yes, Alejandro, it would be on the subway. It's public transportation. Okay, it's treated like a train. Okay. So yeah, just remember that. Okay. If you see a bird, like right now, I can look out my window and there's birds. They're sitting there chirping. Okay. I would say the birds are on the wall. Okay. They're on top of the wall. They're physically on it. Okay. I can see it. Okay. I wouldn't say at the wall or in the wall. It's on. It's on the surface. Okay. Now, if the bird then has a nest inside of the wall, like there's a hole and it flies inside, then I could say it's in. Okay. Now let's take a look at in right now. Okay. So these are the ones that we really get confused with, on and in. Okay. For a lot of you, especially Spanish speakers, I imagine Italian is the same. Portuguese is probably very similar. You go, ah, right? You can't get it because you probably only have one word for it. Okay, and we have two. Right? So it drives you guys crazy.
What about if a bird sitting at the corner, right?
Okay. It would be if it is on the street. Okay, so on the street itself. Okay, but at the corner of the street, yes, you could say it's at the corner. Okay, but if it is on a building, on the corner of a building, so if it's perched up high, okay, if it's way up at the top, and the building comes together and it's sitting there and it's looking down at all of us people, right? It would be on the corner. okay, on the corner of the building. It's how we would say that.
And
Okay,
if
so it's physically on the surface.
if inside building,
if it's inside the building, we would say in. Okay, the bird, like if a bird comes flying around in here, I'm like, what? How did this bird get in my room? Okay, it would be in the room, flying around.
and
Okay.
in the corner, if you have bird in the corner,
Yeah. So if a bird was hanging out right, oops, wrong way, that way, up, right there. Okay, so if a bird was right here, and it was hanging out, I would say, what's the bird doing in the corner of my room?
Okay.
Okay, so it's in the corner. All right, we're inside of a place. Okay, and it would be in the corner. Okay, it wouldn't be at the corner. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's take a look at in here. All right. So in my last person was Samuel. Let's go to Juan. Hi, Juan. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine.
Great, great. Juan, let me have you read these three ways that we use in as a preposition for place.
An enclosed space. I am in a building, in a box, in my pocket.
Okay, keep going.
What?
All right, yep, keep going. Read this next one, please.
An open space. In the garden, in a city, in France. Special expressions. In a newspaper, in the sky, in a book.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you. All right, so the important thing with in is that it is enclosed. Okay, it's enclosed, right? So let me show you an example really quick, and I'm gonna with the can. Okay, with the can of the energy drink that I had, okay, even if you can look inside, okay, if it's surrounded by something, it would be in. Okay, this is one of the key factors. Okay, so even if it's in your pocket, there's an opening to the pocket. It's still surrounded on almost all of the sides, and so it would still be in. Okay, if it can get out, it would still be in. So it's enclosed in an enclosed space, right? Now, in an open space, this is where it gets a little confusing, right? So we can be in the park, okay, in the park, okay, and I can also be at the park. Okay, I can be in the park and at the park. All right. It depends on what you're saying. So if someone calls you on the phone, they say, "Hey, Chad, where are you at right now?" I'm at the park with my family. Okay, I'm giving them a specific location. I'm at the park. Okay, but okay, if someone calls me and they say, "Hey, where are you at?" I'm at the park right now. I could say, "Yeah, I'm in the park somewhere." Okay, I don't know exactly where I'm at, but I'm inside of the park. Okay, you can say that, or you can say I'm at. Okay, so when we're talking about these open spaces like in the garden, in the park, in the conference room, okay, in a meeting, okay, things like that. It's sort of an open space, okay, but let's see, it has some sort of a limit. Like a garden does not last forever. Okay, a garden doesn't go on and on forever. Okay, neither does the park. There are some limits to it. All right, it's very similar to a city. Okay, a city or a country. Okay, a city and a country, they have limits to it. So when I fly to France, okay, I would be in France. I would be within the limits. Okay, so within the limits of the country of France. Okay, same thing with cities. Okay, if I'm in Paris, okay, I'm within the city limits. Okay, I'm within the limits of the city. I'm inside of that circle. Okay, you can sort of think of it as being an imaginary circle or imaginary limit. Okay, but you are within that limit. Okay, this idea here is probably one of the hardest ones to get used to. Okay, because a lot of times you're like, well, wouldn't I be at Paris because I'm giving you a specific location? Not if you're talking about the city, the inside of the city limits. Okay, this one you have to play along with just a little bit. Okay. All right. The last one here. This is one that that we usually use. Okay. So in the newspaper or in a book. Okay, if it has a beginning and an end to it, okay, that would be in. Okay, in a magazine as well. Okay, we would not be in an intranet site. Okay, it would be on the internet. Okay, or on a web page. All right. So when we're talking about the internet, it's usually going to be on. But when we're talking about the newspaper, okay, I found it in the newspaper. But if you're talking about a specific page in the newspaper, we change it to on. So something can be in a newspaper, but on a page. Whoops, didn't want to write it there. Okay, it can be in the newspaper, but on a page. Okay, it can be in a book, but on page 32 of the book. Okay, so it depends on what you are referring to. If you're referring to specific information on a particular page, you would need to say on. If you're referring to information that's within the book someplace, then it would be in. Okay? All right. Any questions so far, you guys?
What about home?
What's that, Victor?
About home, can we say I am in the home?
You would probably say I'm at home right now. So I'm at home. Okay, if someone asks you, they say, "Hey, Victor, where are you at?" I'm at home. Okay. You can say I'm in my home, and that would be okay. Right? In my home, but you wouldn't say in the home. Right? So yeah, it just it depends on what you're looking to say. Okay, Giuseppe, I see. Let's see here. The floor is at the bottom of the wall.
Yes.
Is the bottom of the wall. The floor is the bottom of the wall. You could say the floor is at the bottom of the wall.
Okay.
And that would be okay.
Right? And I can use at the 5-minute coffee shop. How much the time for to another location, another place? It's possible.
You could say I've been at the coffee shop for 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Or you're talking about how long it's going to take for you to get there. Okay, if you were saying how long it's going to take you to get someplace, you would say I'll be at the coffee shop. Okay, and then we would say in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so that would mean within a certain amount of time.
Thank you.
In 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, very good. And any other questions, you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
In the park, at the park, there is the difference. Difference.
There is not a very big difference. There isn't one. That's why I wrote both of them here. With cities and countries, there is. You cannot say I'm at Paris or I'm at France. Okay, you have to say in. But when you're talking about open spaces like a garden or a park or a field or I wrote up here in a meeting. Okay, you would say I'm in a meeting. Okay, but in this situation, it would be you can be in the park or at the park. Either one is okay.
Then
okay.
I can use at for a specific location, and for generically. I don't know.
So for example, think of it. One way to think of it is at. Okay, so let's say that I went shopping for some pants. Okay, and I was going to get some Levi's. Right, I wanted to get some Levi's, and I'm at the Levi's store. I wanted to go to the Levi's store. Okay, so if you give me a call on the phone, and you say, "Hey, Chad, where are you at right now?" I could say, "I'm at the mall in the Levi's store." Okay, so at the mall, that's the specific, the large location. I'm at the mall in the Levi's store. So, and then I'm narrowing it down. So I'm at this larger location, but within that large location, I am in the Levi's store.
I'm in the Levi's store. Okay. For the specific, I can use that. For the generically place, I can use in. Okay.
In some cases, yes. Okay.
Okay.
And it works this way as well, like I was talking about at work. So I'm at work in a meeting. Okay, I'm at work, but I'm in a meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Claudia.
Yes.
Claudia, let's keep your. Can we keep your microphone on mute, just in case someone comes in and walks in? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at these other phrases we can use depending on the context.
I have a question, sir.
Sure. What's your question?
If I say in the beach or at the beach?
At the beach.
Oh, at the beach.
Okay, you would be at the beach. If you are in the beach, that would mean that you are under the sand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you would be under the sand. So you can be at the ocean or in the ocean. Okay. It would have a different, a little bit of a different meaning. So if you're at the ocean, you could be in the water, okay, or you could be on the beach, right? But if you say that you're in the ocean, that would mean that you are swimming, that you're inside of the water.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but with beach, you are either at the beach or on the beach, meaning that you're on top of the sand.
Oh yeah. How about the road?
Okay.
Road.
Okay, that would be on the street, on the road.
Oh, on the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's take a look at these sentences down here. All right, let's go to Ivan. Ivan, let me have you read the first two, please.
I was in a shoe shop yesterday. inside a building. Turn left at the supermarket. Giving directions.
Okay. All right. So when giving directions, we use at. Okay, that's a very good one, because at a specific point, I want you to make a turn, okay, or I want you to do something. Okay, inside of a building, we've kind of spoken about that a little bit. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at the next two here. This is for Giuseppe. Go ahead and read those, please.
Okay. There is still a little water in the bottle inside a container. Okay. Did you read the label on the bottle on the surface of a container? Okay.
Okay. And this is what I went over at the very beginning. Okay. Little water. Okay. So inside a container, it's in. Okay. Read the label on. Okay.
Yes, is in.
On the outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The label
All
is
right.
on.
And the last, yeah, the label is on. Okay. The words are written on a box or on something. Okay. Let's go to Claudia. Claudia, let me have you read the last two here, please.
Yes. There's somebody at the door. Somewhere near a door. There's a sign on the door. I can't quite read what it says. On the surface of a door.
Okay, very good. Yes, so signs, billboards, posters, okay, things like that. Those words are all going to be on. Okay, so the word that we would use, the preposition we would use is on. Okay, words are always going to be written on a page. Okay, on a page, but it could be in a book. Okay, written on a sign that's hanging on a door. Okay, all of it takes place on the surface of something. Okay.
There is a.
All right. Any questions? Any questions here?
I can use there is a
What's
sign in the look. There is a sign in the look. It's okay.
What is the look? What is the look?
Look is the place of I put my sign, my key. The sign is the key. No.
No. So are you saying this is the word that I'm hearing? I'm hearing you say there is a sign in the look. Okay. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say lock?
The sign not is the key. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Is where are you put the key?
Okay. Okay. So that would be on the doorknob.
Look.
Okay. So there is a sign. There is a sign on the doorknob. Okay, so let's say on the doorknob, we wouldn't call that the lock. Okay, the word that you're typing there is pronounced ah. It's a lock. The other one is look. Okay, it's an sound. This one is an ah. Okay, a lock. Okay, but we would call that the doorknob. The doorknob is what you turn to open the door. Okay, or that you press down on to open the door. So when you go and you get married, right? You go and you get married and you have your honeymoon. You hang a sign on the outside that says "Do not disturb," right? Okay, do not disturb. Okay, and that's the sign that you hang on the outside of your door. Do not disturb. Okay. All right, very good. Any other questions, you guys?
Yeah. What about street?
Huh?
I drive on the street.
Yep, I drive on the street. Okay, I drive on the street. Okay, any other questions?
switch.
Okay, very good. Let's continue here. Okay, so let's figure out what preposition we're going to be using for each of these here. Okay, and I'll switch my color up, and let's start off with Oksana. Oksana, number 1. Okay, so we need to choose a preposition plus one of the words up above. Okay.
Yeah, but what about this man? He's in the park? Oh, sorry. I don't understand.
Let's see.
Where he is. Where is he?
Okay, so this here, this is a hill because it comes up and down like that. This is a hill.
Ah, a hill. I think.
Okay, but we need a preposition.
Mm-hmm. I think he maybe on the hill.
Yes. Okay. So he is on a hill. Okay. Hills and mountains. We are on hills and mountains. Okay. Right. So it's sort of like an island. We're on hills. We're on mountains. Things like that. Okay.
How we say?
All right. How about number? Yeah.
About top of the hill. At the top of the hill.
On. You
the
can
top.
say he's at the top. You can say he's at the top of the hill or on the top of the hill. Either one is okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Sorry, Shed, but I can say I go in the mountain.
I go walking in the mountains. You have to pluralize it.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to use in, okay, it would be I go walking in the mountains. You have to pluralize it because
Okay.
you are now within. You're within a whole bunch of mountains. The mountains are surrounding you. That's why you would say in. Okay? But if you are hiking, okay, on one mountain, you would say I am hiking on a mountain.
Okay.
Okay? So if you are talking about one, it is on. If you are walking and you're walking through a lot of different mountains on a trail, it would be in. I go hiking in the mountains. Okay? All right. How about number 2? This is for Alejandra.
He's on. Is that a window? I can see it.
This is a door. This is a door. So right before you walk through the door, what's that called?
You're walking. At the door. No.
Yep.
At the
It would
door.
be at. Okay. And yeah, it can be at the door. We can also use entrance.
Entrance. At the entrance.
At the entrance. Okay. Or at the door. That'd be fine too.
Okay.
Okay. At the entrance, at the door. Either one is okay. All right. Very good. Let's go to number 3. And whoops, number 3 is for Victor.
On the bus. On the bus.
Okay, on the bus. Very good. Okay. Okay, public transportation. Okay, on the bus or on a bus. It says a here. It doesn't matter. Okay. Very good.
Sorry, chat. Are children in
Yes.
the bus? Children in the bus.
On. There are children on the bus.
Not inside. The children inside the bus. No?
If there is a specific activity or an event that's happening, okay. So let's say that there's an accident, okay, and you run over and you say, "Are there any children in the bus?" okay, then you could say that. But if they ride, okay, and they are taking a drive, they are driving on the bus. They're riding on the bus. Okay, if that bus is going through its normal function, which is moving people from one place to another, you are on the bus. Okay? All right, let's go to number 4. All right, this is for Ming.
Okay, at a desk, this is probably a specific location.
Okay, good. Yeah, so this is at a desk. Okay, but what about the laptop? How can you describe the laptop or the phone?
She has a desk with is probably she stayed with homework or worker.
Okay, all right, but she is sitting at her desk. That is correct. But how can we describe the laptop or the phone, you guys? What's the position?
On the desk.
On the
What's
desk.
the place?
On the desk.
On the desk. So there is a laptop and a phone that are on the desk.
Yes.
Okay, there is a laptop. Okay, on the desk. Okay, so if I were to kind of describe all of the different prepositions here, okay, she's sitting on a chair at a desk with her hands and arms on the desk, and so her arms are on the desk, her hands are on the keypad of the laptop. Okay, the laptop is on the desk, and the phone is on the desk. Okay, so those would be the prepositions of place that I could use. There are a couple others, but we'll leave it at that right now. Okay. Okay, so she's sitting on a chair, but at her desk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to number 5. All right, number 5 is for Samuel.
Answer the question before.
Samuel, are you there?
Okay.
Samuel.
Yes.
Oh, you did. Did you do this last one? I thought that was Ming.
Fine. She is in the garden with a laptop.
Okay. All right. So you'll need to choose a word from up here. Okay. So that wouldn't be a garden. Okay. Where is she at? Okay. So you'll need to take a look at some of the words from up at the top here. Okay. So we have Rome. We have the bottom. We have a bus stop, and we have the park. Okay. Which one is she at?
In the park. She is
Okay,
in the park.
Yeah, she's in the park. Okay, in the park. And again, okay, you can say at the park as well.
And can we say she's lying on the grass?
Yep, she's lying. So all of them here, you would say she's lying on a blanket in the grass. Okay, and has a laptop on the blanket.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
so lying on a blanket in the grass.
No, don't mean it in at in these sentences.
What's that?
What is different in at in 5 sentences?
In 5, there isn't a large difference. There isn't one.
Okay.
Okay. You could say I'm at the park or I'm in the park. Both of them mean the same thing. Okay. You're talking about your location. Okay. All right. Number 6. Number 6 is for Juan. Juan, are you there? Okay, let's go to Ivan. Ivan, number 6.
Okay. A girl is in Rome.
Okay. Yeah, in Rome. Okay. Now, how can you describe what she's driving? What preposition would we use?
She's on motorbike.
Yeah, she's on a motorbike or on a scooter.
On a scooter,
Okay.
yes.
So anyone would be fine. On a motorbike, on a scooter, on a motorcycle. Okay, on a bicycle. Right? So if it's a personal vehicle like that, you would be on. Okay, if it's a car, you would be in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So here, yeah, so on the motor scooter. Or a motorbike. Okay? Very good. How about number 7? Let's see. Juan, are you back with us?
Yes. He's at the bottom.
Okay, good. At the bottom. Okay, now I want to talk about stairs. Right. So you can be at the bottom, at the top. Okay. At the top, but you are in the middle. Okay, so if you are, so here this would be the bottom. Okay, up here this would be the top. But if you're walking up the stairs and you stop right here, you would be in the middle. Okay, so those are the 3 locations. It works the same way with aisles. Okay, so an aisle in a grocery store or something like that, or in a hallway, or on a street. Okay, so if you are on a street, you can be at the beginning of the street, at the end of the street, or in the middle of the street. Okay, those would be the 3 ways that we would describe the location. Okay, end, so beginning, middle, end. Okay, here with the stairs, it's bottom, middle, top. Right? And our last one. Here, this is for, let's see, Giuseppe?
Okay. The girl is at the bus stop.
Okay,
at the
good.
Bus stop.
So
Okay.
at the bus.
At the bus stop. And
Good. At the bus
the
stop.
girl is on the bench. Is correct on the
Okay.
bench.
Yeah, she's sitting on a bench, at the bus stop.
Okay.
Okay. And what about the bird? There's a little bird there.
Okay.
How can you describe the place?
Yes. The bird is at the top. At the top
Okay,
of the bench, of that bench.
On
the bench.
instead of at, it would be on. Okay, on top of the bench or on the bench. Okay, so she is sitting on the bench. The bird would be on the bench as well.
There. At the.
Okay.
At the top. At the top.
There isn't
on
really.
The bench.
There is not really a top of the bench. Okay, and yeah, you can't. If you are going to say top, it would be on top of the bench, but there's not really a top.
Not really top.
Okay, there isn't really anything that covers it up. Okay, so here we would just say on the bench. So the bird is on the bench. Okay.
On the bench. Okay.
All right. Now, Alejandra, you wrote in a sentence here. You said, I'm in Rome doing tourism on a motorbike. So the first one is okay. So in Rome on a motorbike, that's good. But doing tourism, let's see. We wouldn't say doing tourism. We would probably say I'm in Rome vacationing, or I'm in Rome on vacation on a motorbike. Okay, or I'm in Rome on tour on a motorbike. Okay, so instead of doing tourism, we would say on tour or on vacation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's scroll down. No problem. Okay. All right, so still looking at, in, and on. Okay, we want to complete these sentences here. Number 2, this is for Claudia. Claudia, are you there? Make sure to unmute your microphone. There we go.
Go straight ahead and turn left at the traffic lights.
Okay, yeah, that would work. At the traffic.
At the end, maybe. At the end.
Yeah, you can say at the end of the street.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that would work as well. Okay, so go straight ahead and turn left at the end of the street. That would work fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is for Oksana.
Jackie is sunbathing on the beach.
Okay. All right, so on the beach. Okay, on the beach. Okay. You can also say at the beach. Okay. On the beach just means that she's laying down, or she's on a blanket or something like that, and she's specifically on top of the sand. Right? At the beach is she could be anywhere in this particular location, but she's at the ocean someplace. Okay. All right, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is for Alejandra.
Living in the city can be very stressful sometimes.
There you go. In the city. Okay, very nice. Living in the city. Okay. Victor, number 5.
The author's name is printed on the cover of the book.
Good. On the cover of the book. Okay, words are typically written on. Okay, very good. Very nice. Number 6. Number 6 is for Sum Ming. Sum Ming, are you there? Okay, let's go to Samuel. Samuel. Okay, let's go to Juan. Juan, number 6.
Yes, Marek lives in a small town at southeast of Poland.
Okay. When we talk about locations like this, it would be in. Okay. So we're in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west. So when we're talking about those locations like that, we would be in. So in the southeast. Okay, so in the north, in the south. Okay, the east in the west. Okay. All right, let's do one more here. Actually, let's do two more. Ivan, number 7, please.
Who gave you that ring that you are wearing on your finger?
Okay, on your finger. That's good. Okay, rings are worn on the finger. Good. And number 8, Giuseppe.
Okay. One moment. One moment. I don't see. One moment.
Okay.
One moment. Allora. You should hurry up. Jack is waiting for you. At the door.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so it would be at the door. Okay, yes. Good. All right, nice job, you guys. So, keep practicing your prepositions. All right. So every once in a while, I do describe what you see classes. Okay. Those are great times to come in and take a look at a picture and practice using your prepositions. Okay. Stating where something is based on what you're looking at in the picture. All right. It's not only for learning vocabulary and things like that and just practicing speaking, but okay, you can use that to practice using your prepositions. Okay, stating when something is on top, next to, beside, underneath. Okay, inside. Okay, around the corner of. Okay, things like that. So using your different prepositions, right? The last sheet that I want to give you that is pretty helpful. If I can find it really quick, there it is. Okay, this is Prepositions Made Easy. All right, and it goes through a lot of different prepositions and with pictures. Okay. So and I uploaded that into the Google chat box. Okay. So take a look at that link. Okay, it has a lot of different pictures that shows the usage of different prepositions. Now, I have a couple of other preposition classes that we'll be going over this next week. Okay, but yeah, I wanted to give that to you guys so that you could take a look at it, and it's going to be prepositions of location. Okay, that's how we would use that. All right. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming in. I'm going to take a break until later today. All right. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Finito. Ho fatto anche io.
Oh sì, si può parlare.
Scemutte come
Cioè, ma aspetta, questo qui come taglia le scale?
Sì, ti fa una modina, aspetta che ce la serva a questa roba qui.
Tommaso, non c'è un bisonte?
Dai, per favore, Tommaso.
No, vai via Sole.
Ma come vai via Sole?
Sì, vieni Sole, insomma. Turn right.